Bum, 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 bum. Okay, hello and welcome to Karma, the Dark World. Thank you to the developers for sending over a key. It might have been Xbox, it might have been the studio that sent me the email. I think it wants me to thank Xbox, but unfortunately they don't send the disclosure with the key. It's like you sign up when you request the key a while back. They don't remind you exactly what you need to say when they said it. But thank you for the key. I'm sure that was a very specific thing that it said to say, probably to thank Xbox within the first 30 seconds. So thank you, Xbox, for the key, if it was Xbox that sent the key. Exact words for requirements, if they're needed, should be also sent at the same time as with the key as a reminder. Because otherwise, how am I meant to remember the exact words? But yeah, this is a horror-based game, and there's a competition going on where if you have any TikToks and Reels, you can submit them 21 to 60 second long shorts to potentially win an Xbox Series X limited edition blood-soaked version that looks very interesting. And 20 keys to give away to people that are watching as well. So, you know, I will try and make some horror clips out of this, and if any of them are any good, maybe we can win an Xbox and also some keys to give away for if anyone wants any keys to the game. So, you know, watch my reels and you might win a key as well. If I win, you win. That's how it works. Okay, but we're going to play this horror game. Thank you again to the devs for the key. Very, very much appreciated. It's an interesting game. It's obviously a horror game. Now, the settings, unfortunately, were borderless or Windows. There wasn't an option for full screen. So if we accidentally click out a thing, which is probably harder on control, but if I switch to mouse, there's a chance we switch out of the game. This is the room from Silent Hill, except we're also in a hospital. Also, we have leather-bound arm filled with things and machine. That's not what you want to do. And now you're bleeding oil everywhere. GLaDOS is always watching. That was not a smart idea. They were well and truly in there. Yanking them out like that, you're more likely to injure yourself and seriously into yourself, especially how deep they looked in. You know, that really didn't look the smartest thing to do. So there's the remnants of what we pulled out. Just an EKG machine, but it was questionable with how they were. Just gonna turn the sensitivity up. Full. I mean, that's a lot faster for turning, but that's also, there's no screen tearing, which is good because there's a bit of maybe motion blur or ambient occlusion. Like I'm seeing, you know, the item gets a bit artifact, but at least it's not screen tearing. There's no option to turn off motion blur or things, but what can you do? Hold right trigger and
am I related to these
people? Okay. It was hard to see because it wasn't coming up when I was actually hovering over the thing. Are we related to any of these people? Who knows? Okay, it was press, not holds. Okay, it's hold to interact, and the drawer is full of tapes. Old school cassettes. They say anything interesting? We can't really interact with any of them. We can zoom in though. Interesting. None of them are titles, which is strange because our save slot said Lamb. Cult of the Lamb. For the slaughter. We seem to be in a very private medical room. There's a headless body in a photo. Some roses. Clocks in various time zones. That's an unusual one. Handrail for supporting yourself if you are disabled, but also probably a medical towel. Sink for washing your hands, because hospital. Blow dryer. Heck is that? Trash? That's us. We are not going to redesign our character. A toothbrush that looks really nasty. We look a bit like we should be in Hellraiser with that arm, to be honest.
What happened to me?
I think you might have died and become the medium. We're covered in oil.
Oh my.
Got a very unusual... Why is it saying skip? Leviathan Hospital. There's a tower. So it is a tower rail. Also support, but also towel rail if necessary. Then what's the point of these hands? Wipe. The point of hand wipes is cosmetical. Towel, bacteria, sponge, doesn't result in constant cleanliness. The Dharma Initiative. Connect open, quantity 42, countdown 1542 frames, pagination 12 seconds, 33 tapes. No, the tapes are not licensed. Print confirmation. Onfirmation through. Onfirmation. We need onfirmation. Very old-fashioned keyboards. This is very clearly the 90s. One of four who met Sittler and his party when they landed from two submarines in a formation approximately 2.5 weeks after the fail of Borals. Redacted questions that the ferret and come... Why is it wobbly? Close to stare about 11 o'clock a.m. after it had been aligned that it was safe to something and a something and several who disembarked. Approximately 2 hours later, there's something about some sort of submarine. I'm sure that's very important. I don't know why we can't pick that up and read it. The phone number. Calendars. There's many different things. Is that even relevant? Like, should I be able to read that? Okay, well this is a piece of paper. You people won't succeed. Come to the transition room after calibration. We being calibrated. There's some bandages. Medicine. That whole document seems very important. We should probably go see the pigeon or whatever's in the window. Leviathan Memory Town. Are we... Oh, well, that's a glitch. Okay, we're in the Matrix, I see. Anomalies. Anomaly. Oh, Pidgey. Hi. So... we're in some sort of virtual world that's going wrong. So our brain has been uploaded to the soul clouds and it's glitching out. Let's see. Deliberate jump scare Pidgey though, like the, you know, you'd think they would have noticed the glitching and fixed that a little bit, wouldn't you? The piece of paper that we've already seen. There's the thing, right? Go, hold. You can open the door. What if we choose to just close the door?
Is anyone there?
We're cold because we're dead. Let's face it. We're dead. We've been soul cloud uploaded. Unless we are a robot. But then again, a robot wouldn't necessarily want... You know, things wouldn't be glitching if we were just a robot. The walls are leaking coolant.
Thanks a bunch for sticking around and subscribing for 1 month. You're like a bright light in a Dead by Daylight match, except, you know, not terrifying and actually a joy to have around. Your presence is sweeter than a donut and it truly makes this place sparkle. Keep being amazing.
Was she that broken? I think she got a bit more broken towards the end. But hello, how are you? How's your day going? Thank you for the subscription. Very, very much appreciated. I don't know if she's that broken. I had to change the curly because, you know, you change your username, so I had to update it so that it would actually trigger. But I don't know if that messed with it. Hopefully not. But yeah, I'm good. How are you today? Hopefully you're going good. She needs some fixing. Aha. I wouldn't know what was broken. She was talking about donuts still, you know, she seemed fine. And she was talking about Dead by Daylight, you know, she was maybe suggesting that the Dead by Daylight was not as good as having you around. I'm good. We're playing a horror game. How are you? Jump scare by the subscription as well. But it's fine. But yeah, how's your day going? Is it going good? What things do you need to fix then? Because I don't know what's wrong. Also, you know, bear in mind that I've got it thanking you for the subscription and then responding to whatever you put as your... Oh, her voice was a bit off. Yeah, it does sound a bit different. I guess I can hear that. And then it responds to whatever you type in chat. So, you know, that also has an effect on it. But, yeah, I don't know. The voice sounded fine to me. But, you know, I could hear a bit of a difference, but it's fine. You can put 2 voice things now. Did you see that? You can actually put 2 different voice models. I don't know when they gave extra voice models, but you can make an extra one. But yeah, no, it still sounds like you. Yeah, I haven't thought what to do for my second one yet, but you can make a second one. It says you can remix other voices or you can make your own entirely. So, you know, I might do like a silly voice one for an extra one as well, but it's hard to think what to do. Especially if you need to answer random questions whilst also putting on a voice, you know, that certainly makes it a lot harder. Enter the calibration room. Well, what are your plans for the week? Anything interesting? Hopefully everything's been going really, really good. And the weather isn't too bad, because the weather's got a bit cooler now. It's not too ridiculously hot. Yeah, the voice sounded fine to me, though, to be honest. How am I meant to enter the visual calibration room if the door doesn't open? Ha! Sometimes it's hard to... What are my feet? Those feet are absolutely dead. Look at them. They are zombie feet. Mobile, maybe it's... Maybe it did sound different on mobile. There's a potential. Also, you're hearing through my speakers to the microphone, and that might distort it a bit as well. So there could be distortions with that. So, you know, there's all sorts of things that could make it sound different, but I thought it sounded like you.
Welcome, Special Agent. Please have a seat.
Am I a special agent? I think I'm just a dead person. Maybe we were too important to the company that they needed us to be alive. Interestingly, I set up the brightness settings before this, so the middle one doesn't seem to be that visible. Mostly just work and then do some shopping. It's a bank holiday Monday, so, you know, maybe I might try and do something for then, but, you know, mostly just relax after a stupidly long week of hundreds of e-learnings. And then, you know, try to get ready for next week.
Performing visual calibration.
Please set up the brightness. Did it really turn it down? I like how... Okay, so... Okay, now it's doing something. It wasn't doing anything before. I'm going to put it up to 25. Let's go! See, that's a bit more visible now. But what's this middle one for? There's nothing in this middle TV. Still need to make some food. Very important. I made mine before stream because otherwise I would not be eating till last thing at night. Better do it. Yeah, better do it. What do you plan on having? Noodles? Donuts? I mean, you're making your own donuts. Yeah, the workday, last break before end of the workday is prepping dinner ready to be turned on just before cooking to be just before stream. Noodles, nice. Hopefully there's some nice noodles. What are your favourite type of noodles? I like the egg noodles best, personally.
Please go to the table.
But the udon noodles, the rice ones, are also pretty good. Hello, Natalo! Hello, hello. I appreciate the lurk. This is a horror game, so I understand it might be a bit scary, but I do appreciate the lurk, and hello, hello. And good luck with the Counter-Strike. I saw you launching that. And also, I like the new emote. It looked very fun. But it was definitely more of a like, why? I know it's meant to be looking to screen, but I couldn't help but see the... I'm having a horrible day. What am I doing? I saw that. And congrats on beating Replicat. The million score. Absolute pro. Well done. When so bad, your keyboard is not good and mouse is also super slow. That's why I turn sensitivity up for everything. Like, too many games. Like, why are people low sensitivity? I can't play games like that with low sensitivity, especially if it's going to be a first-person shooter. You need high sensitivity, if anything, but for some reason, gamers are like, no, you need 0.1 sensitivity and it to take 10 years to turn to the left on the whole, all of your whole desk just to turn to the left. Lurk, while you also get something to eat. No worries, I appreciate the lurk, and hopefully you have a nice dinner as well. Whatever you plan to have. What are you planning to have? I mean, if you're lurking, no need to answer, but if you want to answer, I'm also open to that. What are we doing in this tape room? Tape recorder, tape recorder.
Performing audio calibration.
Does this listen to my
The
microphone?
brightest galaxy I've ever seen
Wow.
was a diamond shrouded in ghastly dark blue flames. He sank into the dark ocean, invoking an apocalyptic wave.
Ironically, I set these up in
Humans trample
advance.
over their brethren, dyeing the ocean crimson. Beneath the piles of corpses lie countless sprouting roses.
Poetry.
The most enchanting human I've ever seen bore a soul as
Also,
warm
it's
as a
talking
summer's
like
day.
it's a robot again.
Those eyes burned
Is it
fiercely
AI?
like the scorching sun, persisting for eons without dwindling.
Did the AI
I
take over?
witnessed his dying cries, and how the human's long-cherished dream faded away with him. Ever since, the sun was no longer warm. The thunder no longer roared.
Do I need to end
night
the audio
was no
calibration, or
longer
is this
silent.
poetry going to go on forever?
Time no longer stopped. The diamond that shone the brightest shall become the seed to what invokes fear in all that exists.
Okay. Well, we had to hear the whole
Galaxy,
poetry. Okay,
a
yes, that
reasonable
wasn't it.
dynamic range.
We had to hear the whole poem. Someone took their time to make that. What are we doing here? We throwing apples as an apple? Or are we...
Please stand
William
at
Tennant?
the marked location.
Or am I getting shot with arrows? Please sit in the chair and not get hit by arrows. I am on the X marks the spot. You want me to stand under the William Tell apple and not get shot in the head? Hello? That appears out of nowhere.
Performing spatial calibration.
It's the field of view. I mean, oh, that's interesting. I see what they did here. 90 degrees. You can see perfectly to the 90 or the 85 or the 75, depending on what you set. Sorry for anyone that has ads. I appreciate.
Excellent. Calibration complete. Good
They're on-
luck
They
on your
They happen
missions.
once an hour.
Please proceed to the transition room.
140 degrees field of vision,
Missions?
right?
What missions?
Is a bit
I
much.
don't understand.
So we were meant to stand on the X and then... I mean, interestingly, standing on the X, the 90-degree field of vision is 95 to 100 degrees, I'd say. From the X. Imagine 140 degrees, that'd be too much. Missions? Because we're a special agent, obviously. Interesting that I can't close any of the already open doors. I could close the other one. Area's all locked off. Got some fancy listening things. Patient room. There's another patient here. Cultivation room. Now we're definitely in the American government. The oldest house. The Leviathan Thought Bureau. Okay. Illuminati. But also, we are just the Ministry of Thought. Control what people think.
Hello? Anyone there?
San Francisco. Miami. Clean Helioliso Palace. Clean well. Hey, I think this is just instructions for cleaning. You're so tired today. I hate this so much. Kind of frustrating because I'm too tired to do some cool things on energy. I get that. I definitely get that. Chocolate usually helps. Eating your noodles might give you a bit more energy, but it also might send you asleep, which is the trouble. But hopefully you do manage to get some more energy and do the cool things. But, you know, this late in the day, if you're too tired, you're too tired. A freezer room. This definitely looks like the Ministry of Magic. Okay, there's some fancy light fittings. Very old-fashioned. But I completely get it. You know, I completely get the lack of energy. Felt like this all day. I would have gone back to bed, honestly. If apart from the fact that I've had to work myself today. But if I'm ever that tired, I'm going back to bed and waking up at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock and then feeling like I've got energy. Because otherwise you're wasting the whole day with no energy. So you might as well go back to sleep and feel refreshed, and you did. So that didn't help. Well, I apologise for the terrible advice then. Because otherwise, you got no energy at all, and you might as well, and you wasted the whole day, but still feeling dead. Yeah, that sucks then. No advice from them, but, you know, 9 times out of 10, it will help and you'll have energy. But I tried, you know, because otherwise you just waste the whole day, so it's better to at least try. Right, we have a one eye closed, one eye open. Illuminati lady. She's got a reboot badge. And she's going, she's not going why. She's not going stop. She's going, this is me. But hopefully you'll be able to have some more energy today. That camera's spying on us. I mean, you could always play Dead by Daylight. I don't know if that gives you more energy, but I'm going to assume that might give you more energy. You know, doing something you enjoy would definitely give you more energy. That guy moved. I saw it. Yep, he's alive. They're in some sort of cocoon, but they're alive. Broken! Oh no. Why do I feel like I heard someone say that yesterday? I think someone might have said that yesterday. Has it been broken since yesterday? Yeah, maybe that's why you're also feeling no energy then. There's some mannequins. That guy just kicked the door with his ass. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, you know, put some music on, get up and have a dance. That gives me some energy sometimes. I'm terrible at advice. I'm trying. Containers should be cleaned after breakage. Interesting. Someone's opened the emergency supplies. Can't I press the red emergency button and burn them all? I feel like I need to do that. Why do I feel like there's something behind the fan? So we're going to have to go across then. No entry, no passing. The pile of dead people. They're all the same person. They're all us. A lot of flies. Okay, they're not even in baths. They're literally in dirt. They're growing them like mandragoras. Interesting. Some of them don't have oxygen, but this one ripped his way out. There he is. just over there chilling. But they're definitely alive. They're being monitored as well. Hi, you okay? He also has the holes in his arms, which is interesting because he was grown in the dirt. He wasn't given the medical care we were. Although these ones, there's a hole there, but that's not in his arm. He's also got something wrong with his head. These ones don't have the holes in their arms for the infusion of the thing. So why does this guy? Because he's dirty, like he grew out the ground, but he also has the things like he was hooked up to the oil. Which doesn't make sense. Okay, this guy's got some holes. Maybe the slugs are just eating him. Maybe he got nibbled by slugs. Oh no, maybe they all did, but I was looking in the wrong place for the holes. Okay. It's weird that they're grown with the holes though.
Hold on. Before you come in, toss that useless failure onto the stinking pile of corpses for me, will you? Yeah, I'm busy working on something more important.
He was fine a moment ago. What happened? What happened to him? It was absolutely fine. Can I not just replant him? I feel like if I put him back in his dirt, he'll be fine again. It's not necessary. He was absolutely fine 2 seconds ago. Absolutely fine.
When you're ready. But keep it down. I'm reporting.
What are you recording? The dirt.
Find her. I am unimportant. You have to put an end to this.
I just woke up in the room over there.
Ah, looks like you're finally awake.
Do you know what this place
Welcome
is?
to
Yes,
Skyrim.
of course.
And those
We
twisted things
don't
outside.
have the time for an explanation. Have a seat on that chair for now. I'm working on something else.
Sure, on the obliviation chair. Of course, with the water that won't swirl around us and suck us in. But also, you know, questionable water reflection chair. Or electric chair in the water with a squisher above us as well. But you can carry on recording your dramatic Netflix. What do you want to call it? Audiobook? That was us waking up. So you were recording us waking up. That's interesting. That was us walking. So you can see through my eyes, lamb. It's our save point. That's a giant floppy disk. Gigantic. Oh, can I read that? No, your handwriting is awkward. Hey, Professor Xavier. Lamb, can I steal your RPD lighter? Okay, that's just the dirt room. That's brainwave matching. Hold for 3 seconds before releasing. Electrical currents, there's a monitor, there's... Weird. You want me to sit down? I'm gonna steal your weird dreidel thing. Okay. Puzzles. Okay. Z turns to... Big Z turns to square, turns to rectangle, turns to... I mean, that one reflects and gets longer. That one moves. That one goes like that. So the invert would be... Why am I selecting... Because it's a colour that I'm selecting. Also, they have TV head men. I think it might be green. Ta-da! Pattern recognition. Hey, we got a TV heads. Nice. With the VR headsets next to him. The TV head, the AI. Wario? He's monitoring the disembodied VR head next to him. Mine now. Memo obtained. Unlock the first rule follower. Okay. I ignored the first rule, which was sit in the chair. The first rule of Fight Club is don't tell anyone about Fight Club. The second rule is figure out the puzzle using your brain as to what the next step would be. Logically, the next step to that was, because it went like sine, cosine, angle, and then that angle disappeared to a right. The next one would have had to be a complicated version of the first one, but inverse, with the third extra step. Which is why I went, which was why I picked that one. The scatter one wasn't it. The crisscross one couldn't have been it. It wouldn't have made sense for the patterns. One of the other ones was potential with the double cross that was slightly more, but I thought that seemed to be backwards as if it would be a step before. In terms of patterns. Okay, I'll sit in the chair now. There's probably a different way of solving it, but that's the logic that I put into it.
The most important part is you have to get out. No, we all have to get out of this place.
Yeah, you're an older version of us.
Who are
I
you?
noticed that now.
What are you doing to me? Why can't I recall anything? You don't know who I am?
You're me, but older.
Mother didn't tell you? I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Who the hell is Mother? I swear to you, I don't know a thing about you. But that's impossible.
We need fidelity.
I have been serving her, one after another. You have never succeeded. None of you have. I put in so much effort to leave messages on the other side, yet none of you seem to care about them.
Well, I've never been to your site, but I saw
This
your
might be a
memory there.
misunderstanding. There are things I can't call to mind. I arrived here by accident. I can't be one of those people you speak of, right? People can pass through the abyss. I cannot.
The maze is not for you.
Trapped here forever. My memories. Wait, you're saying you lost your memories? Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I woke up in a room, passed through calibration, and ended up here.
We're going to be dunked into the water to the other side now. Or it's going to raise up above us. Pollard Studio.
You do seem different from them. Those useless people out there. All they care about is doing their jobs. Perhaps, I'm saying, perhaps you may succeed if you wish to retrieve your memories. This thing can help you. No, you won't be lost forever like them. They're failures. Finding my memories? No, I think you've got the wrong person. I've explained it so many times. I did lose my memories, but I'm not one of those people you speak of. Listen, Abba. I don't know how you ended up here, nor do I care. But you got here, and that means it's your mission. You must find your true memories. You're insane! What are you doing?
I like how one of the memories was hidden there. We got it before he ever told us that. And we probably can't ever get that memory if you don't go there first. If you listen to him, you can't get all your memories. Dunked in that 1 inch of water. Mumble rap, life is strange. Okay. That's a lot of dead bodies floating upwards. As we sink to the other side. Stomach, I've heard it's pretty scary. Hello, Jureg Yutan. I'll have to look it up. But how are you? How's your day going? And I'll look it up. I've not heard of it. Stomach. Okay, now it's vanilla sky. That's not a space whale, that's someone's limb. The body and an arm.
Where the hell am
But
I?
very giant.
Why?
We're on a Celtic
Why is
moss.
everything so surreal?
And a monolith. Herbs. Why are we on the Celtic symbol? Interesting. That monolith's not lit. Okay, so I'm gonna guess we're gonna need to go to the other monoliths, but we can't go to them yet. We're gonna go to this one first. Let's not fall in the water. Can we run? Yes. Interesting. We're going to ascend into the monolith. We can go zoom. We can zoom in. It doesn't necessarily make us any faster, but it looks like it was going faster. Okay. Videotape for the lamb. Cassettes, whatever.
Before I got here, that man said, I can find my memories with this? Damn it. Am I awake? Or did I never wake up?
What did we do with the other cassette? We just threw it away. We don't need this one.
March 25th, 1968. I was brought here. I recognized their outfits. They took my sister too. I've never seen her again since that day. Can I still return? To see my parents again?
I'm gonna guess probably not. By the sounds of it. Leviathan Corporation Evaluation Room. TVs. In the 60s, these are some good TVs. AI exists in the
Mother.
TVs in the 60s.
Next, we will use a series of images to show you the nation in which you reside and your future.
Our
Before
contracts.
we arrived, your nation was ravaged
such
by
a-
a terrible war. People lived their lives in perpetual fear. When the Leviathan Corporation came, everything changed.
Why is that backwards? Mirror
We
universe?
brought hope. And now, each new blood is required to serve the company. The company shall grant you your duties and guide you forward.
The company.
Pain and hunger cease to exist. The gates to utopia shall always be open to those who serve.
8490. Your newborn
The lollipop baby.
is 8490. You were born into an ordinary family.
To a lollipop family.
Your father was an
Very
outstanding scientist. Your mother was his assistant. They made considerable contributions to the company through their research.
And then they gave up their
The
baby
company
to
grants
the
every
research.
new person who descends into this world a unique number. Each person receives their citizenship at the age of 14. We will now
I know
conduct
my
some
number.
basic tests. Once completed, we will formulate your future path. Now, please try to push the blocks over without touching them.
Psychic powers. What about this contract though? I hereby acknowledge I am
8490.
Inescapable-
please pay attention.
incapable child lacking the ability to create a better future for myself. Therefore, I've decided to dedicate my future to the service of the Leviathan Corporation and willingly become an employee of the company. I'm not an incapable child. I am willing to offer my body, intellect, and labour as prosperity of the Labour Corporation, and to serve the company to the best of my abilities. I will accept all orders and decisions made by the company without resistance or refusal. And I'm willing to undergo training and education as directed by the company in order to better serve it. I'm reading a contract. I'm a very smart child. I have carefully considered this agreement and signed it voluntarily. I hope the Leviathan Corporation will provide me meaningful and challenging career and offer me a position within the company where I can make a contribution. Thank you for this opportunity. Alright, I'll move these with my mind now.
Very well. Seemingly ineffective.
I guess I must be incapable.
Images on the backs of the 3 cards on the table to your left.
So, star, waves,
8490,
circle.
please pay attention.
I don't know.
No, it's star, waves, circle.
Understood. Please look to your front. Please indicate the viewpoints that you think are wrong.
What are you telling me here? Blonde, mediocre face is wrong, or happy toothpaste head is wrong? What do I think is wrong? He's too happy.
Right.
Which one is wrong? Cursed happy potato cookie or potato and apple? I mean, that's the power of friendship. That's going it alone. There's nothing wrong with either. There really is nothing wrong with either. You're back! Wrong because of what? Exactly! They haven't given us that information, so what's wrong? I'm going to pick the cursed cookie. There's something just wrong about the cursed cookie. It's not because he's alone. Like, he just looks like he's ready to eat your soul. It is a very silly test.
Right.
Okay. Guns and bullets or the sunflower that looks very happy. I mean, the sunflower is obviously correct. The spent bullets, wrong. Will the corporation agree? I don't know. Sunflower, right.
Left.
Am I picking which one is wrong, or am I picking which one is not on the right? Left is not on the right. Okay. 3 ladies all happy in their fancy dresses with different shoes. There's something a bit cursed about their legs. Or 3 scientist guys that all look exactly the same. I think I know what's wrong here. No sense of differentiation. They're all too uniform. That's wrong.
Right.
Okay. 2 parents with a blockhead child. They all look very happy. Or 2 scientists with no child. Considering they gave up the child to the corporation, I'm going to probably say that they're going to say that the family with the happy child is wrong. That being smart and successful scientists without the child is right.
Left.
Oh, what's wrong? Corporation is backwards. I mean, that's literally backwards. The Thought Bureau is obviously wrong. The family is right. This one I can tell is wrong because it's not. Was that the thing the whole time? Because the left one was meant to be backwards, and if they weren't flipped backwards, was that picture always
Left.
wrong?
Please repeat your answer.
I mean, obviously that's flipped wrong.
Left.
This is your final chance. Please tell us your decision.
Right.
I'm not saying the corporation is wrong, it's just the image was backwards.
Now, please sign your name.
And that's what was wrong with it. I wasn't saying the corporation is wrong.
The Thought Bureau's missions are always confidential. Handlers and operators maintain a neutral relationship with one another. The more they know, the more dangerous it is.
But how was your dinner? What did you get in the end?
In the operations, everyone can be the hunter and the hunted.
Oh, TV heads.
Nightcrawlers. That's what the people in the city call us.
I'd call you TV heads.
The Thought Bureau describes my duty as roam. Compared to the number of midnight operations, we
Everyone's
spend
a
most
TV
of our
head.
time in other people's brains. Listening to what you hear and watching what you see.
Potatoes and beans, nice. Good choice.
I don't know how long it's been since I last returned home. Where even is
I
my
think I have
home?
mashed potatoes most days myself.
All I remember is ever since Leviathan told me that my mother had passed away, I've devoted all my effort and time to my work.
Okay, we got a credit card chip. Nice. Or it's
guess.
the information chip.
If she was still alive, she'd hate my job. I'm sure she'd say, once you start working for them, you'll become
Yeah, probably
less and less
potatoes
of
are
a
my
good
favourite.
person."
Isn't it everyone's
I'm
favourite
thinking-
though? To be honest.
Maybe it isn't the job that changed me. Maybe this is just how I've always been.
Maybe that's how I've always been. Well, he
April
was
30th,
recruited from a very young
1976.
age.
It's the 4th year since I joined Leviathan's Thought Bureau.
How did he have a laptop in
It's
the
taken me
70s?
8 whole years to finally discover who I am.
New army, but a TV head. Much easier to just boil pasta, true. Pasta is a lot easier. And if you don't even want to boil it, you can just leave the pasta in cold water for a very long time, and that will also soften it to be at an edible degree. And if you want it sort of al dente-ish, that could also be a better way of doing it sometimes. Just, several hours in cold water till it's soft, and then just warm it up. Too easy. Far too easy. But potatoes are far tastier, for definite. But, pasta can be easy. Never tried that. Have you tried that? I did. I'd say maybe 4 hours or something. I don't know the exact time. It might vary, to be honest, but you just put it in the water and make sure that everything's covered up with the water, because otherwise there'll be like half undone. And then, just when it feels soft enough, you can eat it. I don't know why I did it like that one time, but I did. I think I put it in the water ready to cook later, and then by the time that I got to it later, it was already soft, and then I just warmed it up and it was, good to go. I think that might have been what I did. That's why it works like that. But yeah, you can cook them like that. It'll work perfectly fine. And like I say, if you wanted a bit more of a bite to it, without it being like a hard uncooked bit in the middle, that's the best way to do it, honestly. Best way to get it to be the little more of a bite to it without it being hard and uncooked. Lose yourself in an outside world. Find yourself in the mountains. Nice. Prohibited contract, though. Interesting artwork. I have to try it sometimes, but 10 minutes boiling might be easier than 4 hours in cold. Exactly. Just cooking it normally is definitely easier. Yeah, for definite. And cooking it in the sauce that you want as well, definitely easier. Because you can do that as well. Like, I think more often than not, I will give it like half a boil and then pour the water out and then put the sauce in. So that it absorbs some of the sauce flavours. Yeah, no, if you want and you want to give it a try, it works. It's, you know, you don't even need to cook it or anything then. It just cooks by sitting in the water.
I'm Daniel McGovern.
I think everyone's got to try it at least
Bureau.
once.
My company ID is 8490.
Rome, huh? I'm Fred Ebbett,
The penguin.
current chief of this facility. Welcome to the Winston
Oh.
Research Institute.
His head vanished.
The back door, to be precise. I often hear that you people don't talk a lot.
No, it's because we're TV heads,
I
and
thought
you
this was
suspiciously
just
don't have a
ordinary.
TV for heads.
I never imagined a case like this would trouble a Rome agent. Looks like there's more to it.
Yeah, you've got a human
You
head.
see, as a level B citizen, I'm familiar with your rules. Outsiders like me should not question, nor intervene.
Listen, Mr. Abbott. You only have to tell me where the mailroom is. I need to receive a document from the Thought Bureau right now. Please don't
Hey,
hold me up
calm
in my
down.
duties.
I know you're here to look into that freak, Sean Mendez. To your left, in the room where the lights are still on.
I recognise
Still,
this guy's voice.
Pardon me for saying this, but what happened at the Research Institute today was abnormal.
The toast of London. You having a normal head is abnormal. He also looks a bit like the guy from Fantastic Beasts. A little bit. Level B. He has to have a whole badge saying his citizenship level. Mental calibration device pills. Portable mental calibration device. Allows communication with mother anytime, anywhere. In any situation. It encourages constant self-reflection on one's morals and approach to handling matters, ensuring continued dedication to serving Leviathan Corporation. Interesting. But rice can also be pretty easy to cook as well, as long as you don't leave it too long. Boil it, rinse it off, and then reboil it a bit, and then put the sauce in. The mailroom is right there. I guess we're going to need to go through everywhere. Underground parking lot. There's a cafe. Electromagnetism lab. Interesting. Yeah. Potatoes are definitely the best. Hello? What happened? That clock is ticking very loudly. Leviathan Winston Research Institute. Past never had been altered. We know everything. Did the past get altered? Vicious. Okay, there's that redacted document. There's a newspaper. Memos. A giant stapler. Onto telescreen records from the mailroom, you recently approached the large-scale pneumatic device. As your social level is only E, this is a major violation of the company's latest regulations. You claimed that you were receiving a transfer capsule that fell as the result of a mistake. However, a competent employee would not have made such a mistake in the first place. Tolerance of such behaviour would pose a great risk to the company. You will therefore be transferred from your current position, incur a penalty of 30 social credits, and be permanently disqualified from social level promotion. Remember that your duties in your new post, Basement Zero pipeline maintenance, are still of vital importance to us. Be sure to learn from your mistakes and work hard. The company is above all else. That's not high touch. That's not how we do things.
The clerical office is a mess. I'll have to ask finance for money to cover the repairs.
Yeah, but you don't understand how to manage people. You know how expensive it is to replace an employee? These not puzzles. Mail. Can't see the names on the mail. More trash. Letters. Documents. Pneumatic capsules. But everything isn't all the most modern technology. They've got 90s pneumatic capsules. Serve Leviathan, serve one stuff. Well, I guess it is the 80s or whatever. So I can't blame them for being backwards in their thought processes. Entirely. It was a different time back then. Dear Sabina, it's been 8 years since I reported Chief Fred Ebert for taking bribes, but every time I ask the Thought Bureau for an update, all they say is they're working on it. What can they be working on? It takes 8 years. Bureaucracy. Thankfully, Fred seemed completely unaware of it, or I'd lose my job at the clerical office. I've made a few mistakes at work in the past 3 months. There's no chance I may get a social level promotion. If I do, I'll have enough monthly social credits to have a child. Love, Hans.
People really have a fetish for collecting other people's stuff.
That wasn't collecting. I just read the letter. And how do you possibly know that from the other room? I closed the door. You shouldn't be able to know that I read that, apart from the fact that we read it out loud, of course. Dear Mr. Mendes, as always, we shall meet at your home this Sunday. We hope that whatever you offer this time will be satisfactory. So that's a bribe letter. The Umbrella Corporation? That I can read. Ah, puzzles. Okay, so hearts and clubs and diamonds and spades. Which shape does this make? Well, it doesn't make that one. It can't make that one. Can't make that one. It can make reds. It could also make blue. Can it make reds? No, it cannot make reds. It can only make blue. Because the orientation of the heart would be rotated 90 degrees to the club. Now I'm collecting things. Now we got a little TV head that has some capsules. Engineer Willem Pschel. That's how I scienced that one out. Okay, is there anything else in here? Like, I'd expect one of these ones on the wall to be somehow clickable. They don't look like it. Whole bunch of capsules. Can't open the thing. There's a chair. I guess we're going to be managing some things. Maybe you might. Okay. Well, let's insert our device. We're above level C clearance. Department of Finance, the Interiors, the Thor Bureau, Department of Health, Department of Science. You're lacking a few departments. Thor Bureau. All speeds. Okay, pictures. 8490. A theft incident occurred at the Winston Research Institute. We are for 8490, so it literally wrote to us. The suspect is Sean Mendes, a clerk from the Institute. An unusual incident has occurred at this clerical office where the primary site interest of thefts and roam agents had to intervene. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to search for evidence of the thefts at the suspect's workplace, the clerical office. Probably upload the evidence as a roam agent. Please also investigate the unusual incident in the clerical office. Note, telescreens at the investigation site are now accessible. Please make good use of them. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Right, so the TVs are now on.
It looks like an ordinary theft, but I mustn't take it lightly. I'll check out Sean's workplace first.
Seems like an impossible mission. But that's a different agency. Okay, so
Perhaps I should
TVs
take
are
a look
now
at the
available.
telescreen.
That us. We're only level C. So that guy is more powerful than us then. The level B employee. Disobedient behavior. Okay, so there's only one mission. April 30th, Justice Smith's unauthorized approach to large-scale pneumatic device. He's a TV head, he's collecting a lot of things. He's actually picking up the capsule exactly as he said happens. This is exactly what he said happens. Picking up that capsule. He dropped. Obviously, you say he's an incompetent employee for dropping it, but just a TV head. There's something else that I meant to be doing in here.
Nothing of note here.
Other than the fact that he did exactly what he said, he was being very honest. Didn't be reprimanded for that. Closing doors after myself, maybe my own detriment. Like, that's literally what he said happened, so how can we tell him off for that?
Mr. Abbott? Perhaps he went home. Good timing to take a look upstairs.
Funny, because he was snooping on us enough and knowing exactly what we were doing in that room. Knew exactly what we would do. Good, he's gone home. Time to snoop around. Cameras are watching. Liquid battery. A highly efficient power source produced using state-of-the-art technology. Battery efficiency is capable of providing daily power supply for an entire building. The proprietary liquid technology allows for annual replacements, restricted to usage by B-class systems only. The lithium-ion battery. A mind-reading helmet. Leviathan Winston Research Institute. Why is it in space? That time is exactly the same time as one of the times in the hospital. Sabine. Schmidt was 2145. One agent on duty should remain standby at all times. In the event of special circumstances, please report to the Thought Bureau for pneumatic device on telescreen. Memory extraction device. Just rain in the windows, it's not glitching. Visual interference that can be inserted into brain-machine interfaces and display screens allows for selecting the content of memories to be extracted. Research is jointly developed by Chief Scientist Fred and his team from the Biological Research Institute. Okay, so they're stealing and downloading memories. That's why we don't have any memories. The memory recorder seconded. Winston Research Institute utilizes the latest memory storage technology, increasing storage speed and capacity by 70% compared to the previous generation. Developed jointly by the esteemed Chief Scientist Fred and the Biological Science Research Institute and the Energy Science. Fred. Just a name. The same extraction device. Fred made. Nice plan. Interesting shadow. Open the door then. There we go. Pill bottle. A bit too dark to read that. Liquid battery. Someone else shut the door on me. I didn't shut that door. Blue bottles. Medicated electricity for weak people. Nice. It gives energy to weak TV heads. Huh. If you're gonna tell me not to look back...
What was that?
I kinda have to look back. Interesting. And if you're gonna tell me not to look back... I gotta go back. Wasn't expecting the jump scare though. Box. Did I miss the opportunity to go in there? Could I have gone in there first? Before I triggered the don't look back? Mind-reading helmet. You tell me not to look back. I'm looking back. I'm looking back. Extraction device. Blue bottles of electricity. Sorry for any jump scares. Anyone that... What is this?
The wall colors are inconsistent. Looks like a painting used to be hung here.
Interesting. Hello? Someone's gonna ring us on the telephone. Sorry for anyone that might have got a jump scare. The trouble is, I can't go back. To look at the guy's ID number. I heard they're going to change all the paintings of the corridor. What a pain. Now I won't be able to remember my password by looking at the painting of the clock. I'm sure no creepy voices will come out of that at all or anything. An open box of sugar cubes. Clearly a secret work time snack. Sugar cubes. I mean, I guess. Keep you going. I feel like it was the employee number though. Recently discovered that some employees are abusing their social level to enter certain areas and steal company property. Such behaviour will not be tolerated. To prevent such incidents from occurring, we've introduced an area-specific ID card. So need an ID card. Press. Storage. Two, 3, 4, 5. It's a good job that we're an agent of the Memory Bureau. Can we see whose desk this is? No name tag. Thomas Becker. Okay. Sabine Becker. Which ironically I was calling out earlier. 1576. Okay, it's not Sabine. I bet this has a picture of the painting in its video footage. Boy, dissident behaviour. Disobedient behaviour. Oh look, there's a painting. Thomas Becker, untidy uniform. Well, it's quarter past. But what hour? A bird pooped on him on the way to work. That's not his fault. Okay, so it is 8:15. Abnormal power outage. They're taking the painting down. Someone stole the painting. It's this giant crack of whatever. Crack of lightning? A demon? The demon, look at it. Got eyes and a body. It's a electric demon. It's the ghost in the machine. Interesting. Got a big arm. Body. Ethereal lightning bolts. Thomas Becker, Weber, Emily Newman, bribery, unauthorized access to the storage room. He's got his face on. He's happy about it. They're offering a bribe to let them in. That's why he's happy about it. See? He's just a bit too happy about accepting that bribe. Now, is it in 24 hours? Is it 8 AM? Is it 8 PM? 8 AM. A level E storage device. That's not even a card. That's just a storage device, it says. Sorry for anyone that has adverts. They have months now to stop other adverts. Level E only. Specific ID card for... Oh, it's for the storage room. Of course. Not a storage device, it's for the storage room. Now I'm concerned that if I try to come down here, it might... Like, if I go in the room, do we miss something down here? Or if I go down here, do we miss something in the room? There's a door that's like... The location, computer room, right, storage room. I feel like we're going to need to go into that after. I'm going to go into the storage room. Ceiling could use some plasterwork. And the door suddenly slams shut on us. That's when we need to be worried. Okay, there's some gloves. Can I not take the gloves? What is this? Some foil that someone's wrapped their lunch in a giant cup.
Those markings look deliberate.
Club, diamond, heart, fades, lipstick. Lipstick with scratches. And Prince. Sounds like my ex. So we need a key to get inside that. Oh no, just take the box with me till we find the key. Five fuse, ballpoint pen and a notebook. Barbara Fisher. And Barbara Fisher's the lipstick. Us. Do we vent? Do we go the other way? Did I just knock over that wet floor sign? Yes, I did. I'm not sure which way we want to go now. Okay, so that vents. Goes into the computer room, perhaps? Oh, this way's blocked.
Something's blocking the other side of the door. I need to find a way around it.
So we have to go through the vents anyway. Very sus. Why does that radio not play anything? Can I not take the ladder to climb into the vent? That'd be far easier. It's very dusty in these ventilation systems. Very dusty. Someone needs to clean these out. Really bad. Really, really badly. Can I see anything through there? I feel like you'd be choking to death in this much dust. Like, this is more than dust bunnies. There's dusts. Dogs. Movement in the distance. This might get us into the other room. I feel like we could have just gone into the computer room easier. Right. Coated in dust. Readers. Information. Drawings. Yeah, let's just use a lipstick as the fuse replacement. What could go wrong? Horsepower ratings for fused pull-out branches. That's what she says. I think you might want to turn it off before you even attempt to mess with the fuses, to be honest. Okay, you picked it up. Why did you rotate it whilst doing it? That was weird. Or was he just rotating himself? You not even want to attempt to go into the computer room? I think you might want to attempt to go into the computer room. In before some demon comes running from that way, and we would have rather had that blocked off. Basement 3. But we're up a floor. Definitely doesn't. I feel like that might be handy. Can you not take that? Interact with that door. Didn't chuck over anything. Here? Mental calibration device. More law. Happens. The things fell over. Someone ransacked the place. One of the two. Mental energy. A typewriter. Barbara Fisher. We've had lots of blown fuses lately. I keep having to get new fuses from Becca. He was temporary. He has the memory of a goldfish though, and always has to look for the key to the fuse storage box. Well, it's a good job it's already open, isn't it? Oh, you mean the box in the other cupboards with the actual fuses in? Right, okay. So we know what's in it now. Give me the key so I can save myself the hassle. The key in the lipstick all along. I feel like the key might be in the lipstick all along. So we need her password to open her desk. Puzzle box. Nice. Okay. Window. Chair kanji thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that one and that one is 4. There's only one that has 4, but that's blue. So we're now trying to determine whether blue is correct or blue is wrong. Because if blue is wrong, then yellow is correct. That one is helicopter and that, which is 4 and 3. So that's 7. The blue is wrong. So yellow, and I can see that 7 in the top left of yellow, so 7 is correct. Okay, but we're just going to fully confirm that is that on top of that. So that one is 2 in the bottom right. And then that one is 3 plus 4 plus something else. But it's yellow. The correct answer. But someone's already robbed it. Someone has already opened this. I'm not allowed it. That seems unfair. Instant. Yeah. It's already open. Look, someone's already took our prize. I solved the puzzle and everything. I guess they crossed it out because they don't want us to know that it's yellow. But the prize was... the answer was yellow. And I'm sad that I solved it correctly and we don't get it. Scammed. Absolutely scammed. Why is someone else stealing the memories? Not fair. I wanted the memory. Does that mean it's in the lipstick? I'm just assuming everything's in the lipstick now. Eyeballs. Can't turn this one on. Oh, hang on. I had the numbers. 7. Something. 4. 2.
I should try to get the power back on.
Okay, apparently we need to get the power back on first. It's her passwords. So it's not just about finding the correct thing there, it's actually, that's the password. Why does this drawer seems to open? Okay, there's also another one back here for someone else. Shawn Mendes. So, will be Shawn Mendes. Name is Robert Paulson. I think I solved that puzzle though. Can't open any of these. And maybe the prize will be in the drawer. Once we open the drawer. Not just about pushing the right button after you solve it. Oh no. Have to actually input the password that it tells you from it, because it's a multi-level password. It's 2-factor authentication passwords. Lipstick organizer. And desk applies lipstick during work hours. Lipstick, in case you didn't know. Okay. Aha. And then that's her passwords. Using the lipstick. So it would be something like 4836 or something like that. Bad face, Shawn Mendes. No monthly errors. Or did he make so many that he got fired? Barbara, no errors. I guess no errors. He got across because he did nothing but errors. Or he got fired. So, doesn't count. In such dire times, it is imperative that the Winston Research Institute focuses all efforts on advancing our research. As such, we will not tolerate any form of indolent or irresponsible behavior. A series of measures will be introduced to penalize employees who fail to fulfill their duties, including revocation of social level and opportunities for promotion. We will not tolerate any errors or negligence, as these have disastrous consequences for the companies. The company's strength is your strength. Calculations. But also, you denied his opportunity for promotion, so he went loco and wrecked the whole place and maybe murdered everyone. Maybe you shouldn't have taken away his opportunity. So, we might not have been able to move the block psychically, but we can levitate. So why did that glow like a face? So we've solved the puzzles already. We've already pre-solved them. The key. The fuse. Can we not take some spare fuses? Sure, we won't get jump scared on the way. Why would we get jump scared on the way? Not get electrocuted putting the fuse in. Restore power. Yeah, I don't think that fuse fell out like that. Feels like someone might have pulled it out. Okay. So bright. The passwords 7 4 plus 3, but it's more than that because there's also an upside down L. Oh,
Nice.
The upside down L is part of it.
All I have to do now is find Shawn Mendes' desk.
That's unusual. No, so 7 7 4 2. Who turns on the lights? There's our toy molecule man. I have an ice cream. 7742. Shawn Mendes over there. And we might not have been levitating, might have just been going up the stairs. Wouldn't know the difference. Okay, so this one is lipstick. Club Diamond Heart Spades. 6 8 4 3. Emily Newman. Sean, who sits in the corner, has been acting suspiciously ever since he came to the clerical office 6 months ago. He seemed very able-bodied, other than his TV heads. He's always lurking around. As clerks, each of us has our own password-secured cabinets, but nobody actually puts anything important in them other than their diary or their fancy little toy with their memories. Sean is the only one who changes his password first thing every morning. Got a glimpse of him changing his password to today's date, and I pretended to pass by this morning. So he changes the password to the dates every single day. At least he can remember that. His password will always be today's dates. Unlike when you're forced to change your passwords every 2 months and you're not allowed to use a previously ever used before passwords. And then you have the impossible task of trying to figure out what your password is now, because you're never allowed to repeat the same password or have a guessable easily passwords. I mean, Shawn Mendes' desk is that one. But we need to review the CCTV footage. Error. Emily Newman do makeup during working hours. The TV head though. Put lipstick on. Doesn't seem so bad. I see the electricity swirls. The signs that maybe the electricity swirls might be doing something here. Hal Weber and Emily Newman prolonged absence from the work area. Oh no, they take more than their comfort break. He's not a TV head. See his detriments. That was his disability. He is not a TV head. From their desks, but so are everyone else, other than this guy over here. Normal power outage. Error. Don't know what I'm looking for here, other than there's this one that's selected error. Can't take any of those capsules. But we can look at the comfortable treasure granules. Nice. Are they cereal? And instead embrace togetherness. Reaching to the sky, but also the anti-them, the antiverse, reaching to the depths of hell. And instead embrace togetherness. Become a Leviathan citizen. We must abandon all notions of togetherness. And instead embrace togetherness. We must abandon all notions of togetherness. Instead embrace togetherness with your other self. Not together with other people, but together with yourself. Overseer's office. Now, I didn't see any particular hints other than it's today's date. April 30th. An inhaler?
Well done, Romy. agent. Please turn in all evidence through the pneumatic tube. You will then proceed to interrogate the criminal who betrayed the company. But remember, if I serve...
I will echo.
Someone lost their leg. What was his crime? Did he steal that? What was that?
Sean.
Interesting. An echo of someone's former self? I don't think we're using these pneumatic tubes. I think we're meant to be chasing Sean. The mirror. But we can't see ourselves in it. Sean Mendes. He didn't pull the power. Why is the elevator not working though? Now that the power's on. We can't take the fuse back out. Told us don't look back before. Don't look back in anger. We're now chasing Sean.
Stay there!
Someone closed that door. Never look back. Never look back.
Where'd he go?
Probably in the door to the left. You think I was meant to not turn that light on until then? That's a different door.
What the?
Okay. Definitely not letting us go back. Brain rot is setting in. Completely inconspicuous loading screen. Absolutely completely inconspicuous loading screen. Wouldn't have said anything loading. Oh, a vomit-inducing floor. Okay, oop, you've got a very shiny spoon. Nice bread. These nuclear fallout shelter models. A little concerning. Why the soup looking so edible though? How the soup maintaining its composure? It hasn't gone rotten, it's got greenery, carrots, or is it just a PNG? Okay. The lightning and the sun and the moon and the clouds, the church and the semicircle and the star and the donuts. Because it's the only thing that has the star in the correct position. Behind the curtain, just a man with 2 thumbs up. It's TikTok heads. He's not holding anything in his right hand. He's got his empty cup of tea. 2 thumbs up. Solving the puzzle. Legendary Rome agent. Whose head is this? No, my sofa's different. My sofa's. Eyes blue and toothy. Theater. The curtains for wallpaper and an infinite ceiling. An interesting choice. Certain. Is this the family? Stephen Fry, wife and child. Even though this is not possible. I hope I can be a scientist like my dad. This is with Grace. Wouldn't be us though. Or would it? Today's my birthday. Dad bought us beef and we had an awesome dinner. Although he always comes home late, he says he's a great scientist. I want to be a great scientist like Dad when I grow up. Sean's diary. Hang on. Is Sean Mendes actually a great scientist? Grace's room. Did he actually get this social promotion? You know, I can't get in the door because of the thing in the way. Go back. Ah, TV. Oh, the family are watching the TV. The creepy doll family all moved. Home. Film start. They all lived in the middle of the countryside. It looked like the start of Smallville. Of rooms of wheat, but only in the middle, because everything else was all harvested by the tractor. One day a big flood came. Superman had yet to arrive on the planet to save anyone, because he was not there in the beginning of that reel. And the planet polluted everything because Lex Luthor took over. Not as a bad guy, without a Superman he just became an industry giant. Pumped out pollution, buildings as tall as anything. Smallville was transformed into a pile of dirt. Nothing more. Tractors came, harvested the wheat. Kent family drove in weird ways of harvesting their wheat. They didn't go up and down in a normal way. They went back and forth very unusually. Coyote or something and a cow, multiple livestocks, but one of them looks a bit more demonic. Rain came in the fisheye lens as we drove down the highway. Still no sign of Smallville Superman. Sounds came and you shouldn't look behind yourself because there's probably a demon. The end. Clark Kent was never seen. Python Film Corporation television station. I know it's going to play the same thing over, but home. Not Smallville, home. Family didn't even finish their soup and bread. They were wooden. Not the sort of meal they would want. There's a crack in the door. I can see through it. Maybe the other door is open now. Time has progressed. Not. Okay. Still the same. Did the diary change? Today's your birthday. That didn't change anything. Do I turn the TV off? Can't interact with the channel buttons. Can't change the... Hi. Tuning. Okay. Let's not question the secret tunnel that you have opened. Your dead eyes. Hi then. Oh. You didn't just see through reality. No, sorry. Hypnotic book. Not see through the curtain, through the veil. 2144. I found a secret code by looking through the veil. I think I saw a password. There's a tape here. The tapes are the memories that we wanted, right? It's 8:57. Not like that's accurate, correct time to now. The big void ball. Where's the thing that was swinging? Oh, it was this. A cassette tape. The orb of oil. Ethereal. Portable recorder. Can you find the secret passwords? 2144. Can you? Emma obtained. Das in.
The time is now 9:45 p.m. Concluding test 25.
Okay. It was 2144 a moment ago.
Is that Sean?
Now it is 1 minute later. Open the 2144, such a secret code. So secret, no one could see it. Nobody could see it. The time is now 9:45. Beep beep, beep beep. Someone hit the alarm. Or at least press snooze. Hi, oil man. The exit is coated with an oil man. I'm gonna steal your light, Mr. Oil Man. Your Silent Hill lights, I might add. Hi there, Mr. Oil Man. You're very colourful. There's a lock. Very pretty. He told me never look back. I have to. What could go wrong going back to the beeping? What could possibly go wrong? Locked. Okay. But now we've got a light to see into the darkness. Nice. Doesn't particularly like this sound, the beeping, does it? Okay, let's get out of the beeping and back into the oil worlds. Into the darkness, into the abyss. Yeah, there's no chance we could have came in here without the light, right? That's very peachy. Then we want to move the table out the way. Ooh.
Understood. Professor, is there a way to free his consciousness from that huge body? Just like you and...
Well, we are someone else's consciousness inside of a grown body. Did they remove the consciousness from the oil monster? Is this lost? You are very slow at pushing that.
Who's there?
Me, Toasts. Port agents. You let me in. Thank you. That one didn't get me. Okay. Expecting things a bit too much. Where are you, Toasts? Real man. Someone following me. Hi. You right into your eyes. The lock's still there. You've got multiple arms. No prizes for me, just the exits. This is the same corridor that we were just in. I'm not going to go backwards this time. Go then. That absolutely didn't sound like anyone was chasing you. No. No one chasing you.
What? Me?
Open the door then. Why are you so bad at opening these doors? And sometimes it's backwards to open them, which is weird. We're just gonna close the door to be safe. Okay, that thing's gonna be even closer to getting out. Oh, in fact, they all already got out. A whole heap of them. Oh. Darkness is all encompassing. Hi there, creepy oil men. You're looking a lot more demonic now, aren't you? Hi. With your creepy, grabby hands. What are you grabbing for? Hi, were you always that close to me? The exit I can't help but notice. No, it's not gone. But you have certainly come through the exits. The lock is still there. But obviously I can't get past the creepy oil man. Hi. Well, guess we're not going that way then. Okay. Why are we hanging someone? This must be Shawn Mendes. Why do I feel like this is about to rip him apart? So this is our punishment for ripping Shawn Mendes apart, huh? It's not necessarily ripping him apart, it's... Okay. It's not stretching him upwards and apart, it's ripping him apart by his legs. I think we're torturing him a bit too much. We should just finish him. Okay? I mean, that leg just came off easily. It didn't cause as bad of an injury as that might have suggested. That's not glass. Okay, there was glass, but it's now broken. Is that our only way? It might be the only way to progress. Down. Down the hole with Shawn Mendes. Not scary. Okay, down we go. Hi. No, not mother. In the Bureau of Control. Did we get a transfer? Aye. With the Bureau of Thought, not the Bureau of Control. You two are having a heated argument. No toy? Feel like it's been a bit too long since we've had a memory toy. Phone's going to ring, isn't it? Yes. Hans Müller. Hi. You choose left, you choose right. Which one is wrong? Which one is right? Open the door then. They're not such a happy family. The soup is gone. The bills are here. The child is hiding behind the sofa. Smallville is tainted and distorted. Tape is being chewed. The record is broken. Okay, the farm. The tractor goes and does them backwards. Okay. I mean, it's still harvesting the stuff. It's just doing them in a different order because it's a different day. Keep saying film start when it's a different section. Water ripples. . Night falls. We're looking through the reflections of the ripples. Okay, because we're under the waves. Everything is an ocean. Path winds onwards. To infinity? Interesting. How it gets sucked into a black hole. Okay, it's been distorted by a black hole. Time distortion. See? Everything's been swirled into a infinitesimal thing in the middle. Signal. It's the real starts. Leviathan Corporation television station. Mew. Presents Swirl. Swirl. Swirl over Smallville. Whirling weeds. The same video, but swirls. With a lot of film stars. I don't know, I think there was some extra bits. There was some extra bits. And if it else happened, the room with the lights and the record playing. In the fields. It's in that. He didn't pay the bills and she's mad. Not swirls. Painting hasn't changed. The access to the room hasn't changed. The dolls are gone. The big creepy bears. There's a lone tractor. Mary's house here. Ever since that day, Dad's right leg has been like a cold piece of wood for some reason. He struggles to move around and he always needs Mom to help him. Don't know why. I hear them fighting every night. No hot water for the shower, and we can't turn the lights on at night. You hear them fighting, but you're right next to them by the sofa. The little bear's leg looks broken. The Care Bear's leg has been ripped off. Hello? I wasn't expecting someone to randomly be knocking. Did the debt collectors? Another door over there. I can't see through the crack anymore. The door is different. There's not 4 slats either. This one's got 4 slats. That one was a 2-slatted door. 2 panels. It's different. You open the doors. Oh. Everyone hard at work. Hardly working. Here to do your desk checks. Worry about me. Everything's good. You just sat staring at books. You've at least got a typewriter. Giant pen. Want to answer the phone? Hans Müller? How's your leg? Obviously, I should go left. And not through the same door that we just went in. Or were my initial decisions the correct ones? Right, left, right, left. You know, with the choices that we make. Which one is right, which one is wrong? Is there a correct path? Are we on the Stanley Parable now? I choose poorly. The plates are all broken. The water bill from the Interior Bureau's overdue. Water 1.6, 1.5. They're all dated the same date. It's not like they've got 8 different bills. Electricity and gas bills also overdue. That's a lot of electricity. Next reading's November 16th. Joel Mendez. Failure to settle the bill on time shall result in permanent revocation of eligibility for social promotion. He paid. He paid it. Joel Mendez. More bills. Bills. He paid the water as well. 3 times. Because he's got the 3 of the same bill with the same date, and he paid them 3 times. One doesn't have a leg. I know someone who's interested in the black material you used to study at the Institute. See if you can get some samples. Money's not a problem. I'll drop by in 2 days. We can talk. Just give us samples of the all-knowing oil. Definitely not sentience or anything. The ring. Sure, the creepy child won't come and attack us. Mom hasn't been home for 38 days, and Dad always comes home late. Every weekend he makes me stay in my room while he whispers to some weird stranger. I like it when visitors come because they always leave lots of tasty snacks I've never had before. When it's my birthday, I'm going to wish that Mom and Dad get back together and we can live happily family just like before. But then you wouldn't get any more tasty treats from the weird stranger. You shouldn't have treats from the stranger. What is the whispering he's doing? I'm sure no demons or anything. Okay, the mom is missing off the painting now. They literally removed her from the painting. The door, we can now go in though. Okay. Father Bear. Father Bear. We need the baby bear. And am I allowed the stone? Look, your father and mother are back together. Demon bear. Hi. Thank you. That's exactly what I was asking for, creepy child. Thanks, creepy demon child. What if I refuse to put you in the picture, though? I don't think we should let the demon child... Look, you're all back together. What's that one? I not have the musical doll? I need a TV head. Have you got any TV heads for me? I want a TV head. Okay. Thanks. Never look back. Okay, she's no longer stuck in the TV. Good. We're going now. I think I figured out how to open the doors. It's not push it to the left like you'd expect, it's push it forward. Okay. Still locked. Maybe I shouldn't have looked backwards. Hey. Conveyor belt. Conveyor belt doesn't mean ominous doom or anything. With orange lighting. Hi, everyone. It's the Bureau of Control. I think they've been taken over. You lost your head there. They're floating. They whispering. The hush. No, you lost your head. Why do I feel too small? Nice eyeballs. Okay, they've upgraded to computers now, though. You gonna lose your heads? You are. And you. More scared by the adverts. What if I didn't answer that telephone? Everyone has lost their heads. Hello?
Peace.
War. Peace.
Freedom. Slavery. Ignorance. Strength.
Okay. Lots of buzzwords.
War. Peace.
That wasn't the entire message.
Peace. War.
See, backwards. Do I want to go into the inverse world, or do I want to go the correct way? Okay, you're not losing your heads. Well.
War. Peace. Slavery. Freedom.
Ignorant strength.
War. Peace. Freedom. Slavery.
Was it war, peace, freedom, slavery, ignorant strength?
War. Peace. Freedom. Slavery. Strength. Ignorance.
Thanks, I don't want none. We're going this way. I don't even need to answer the phone. Complete the telephone puzzle without any mistakes. Can't help but notice I could see through the world there. The bills are arriving. They are hungry. It's very... You're making a mess of your soup. The bills are arriving. You shouldn't just be stabbing your dinner like that. I need to go over your dinner. Oh, I go over the bills, obviously. You're just swirling the plate. Eat your dinner. Stop swirling it. Can I not get any more puzzles with dolls with television heads? I likes the television heads. Want some more? I regret to inform you that your husband, Sean Mendez, an outstanding employee, was tragically killed whilst assisting us with an investigation. Leviathan always looks after those employees who dedicate themselves to the company. As such, we will provide you with basic social security until your children reach adulthood. However, please note that the proportional amount of social credit will be deducted. You may collect supplies every Wednesday at 3 PM outside the side entrance of the Department of Work and Pensions. Please note that if you are late by more than 5 minutes, you'll be considered to have permanently relinquished your right to benefits. Every time is also the company's time, and punctuality is key to the company's high efficiency. Please also make preparation to relocate to downtown within 1 week. Your family is currently residing in an apartment intended for high-level staff of the Winston Research Institute, and there are a limited number of such apartments. Thank you for your understanding. Unfortunately, your husband died in an accident whilst he was trying to steal goop from the sentient goop. You know, he died trying to take the goop from the sentient goop ball. That was his mistake. Okay, so the food is looking a lot less appetizing. The bread and the decayed cabbage that they were mashing and stabbing because it was less interesting. The door has returned to being a 4-panel door rather, or slatted door rather than a 2-panel. TV is probably going to turn on. You've lost all colour in this drab universe. No longer red and bright. Oh! Rats. There's a rat in every game that we play! How is there always a rat in every little game that we play? Oh, is she dead or is just playing with the rat? Oh, that one vanished out of reality. I wasn't trying to scare them away. I was just coming to say hello. Unfortunately, we no longer have a reflection. We did in the very, very first instance, but no longer. Mom's been gone 131 days now, and Dad hasn't been home for 3 days. I don't blame him, though. He must have gone to look for Mom. I'm starving. Someone knocked on the door this morning, but Dad's told me never to open the door to strangers when he's not home. But I'm so hungry. Well, he's dead. Should have answered the door. They were coming to tell you that he's dead and your mom has probably abandoned you. But you're a creepy wooden doll anyway. Not like you're gonna die. Sure, the rats weren't eating you alive. There's no place like home. Okay, slippers, a random shoe, broken plates still scatter the floor, cardboard box. If Mom hadn't been home for 131 days, whose red slippers are they? Still locked. Feel like we need to check the exit every time. Oh! Well, that's handy. Thanks! Never look back, you say. Okay. kicked off at very high force. I did think it was odd that I couldn't see a lock on there. You know, I couldn't go through it, but the lock was missing. Guess that's why the lock was missing. Ready to come off its hinges and let us through. You're the oil. Because that's not a TV, that's a window. I can see the difference, eyeball. There's also a lot of Nephora eyes in a lot of games that we play as well. Not just rattos and cockroaches. We also get a lot of eyeballs in every game that we play. It's odd. I don't know how, but it happens. It happens. Every game that we play lately, rattos and eyeballs and cockroaches. In everything. Or isopods at the very least. Oh, great 8-ball of destiny. Not tell me lies or sarcasm, will you? Stare into the void and the void stares back. You're pretty. You watching? They all watching. There's some more doors up here. Will you also get multiple eyeballs? I'm coming. I'm coming.
I'm sorry. None of this.
There was ambient occlusion there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
When you pick up that phone, it leaves a trail of itself because ambient occlusion, motion blurs, horrible, ugly relative. No one likes any of them. Ambient, motion blur, or ambient occlusion. That's a zombie. So, you know, you should let us turn it off. Escape the strange space. Okay, so there were 3 doors at the end, and there were 3 monoliths at the beginning, so I'm going to guess at the end of every path, we end up in the same place, in the middle there. With the eyeballs to watch. I'm going to guess that's the end of every chapter.
My head. What happened? Was I dreaming? I need to send the evidence.
I need to send the evidence. I need to find Nathan's room. I'm guessing it auto-saves because there's no option to save. So, it's getting late and I have work tomorrow. It's important that I go to my job at the Bureau of Control. So, I'm going to call it a day there for today. Thank you to Curly and Natalo real earlier. Thank you to Curly for the subscription as well. And anyone else that might have been watching and lurking, I appreciate you all. Hopefully you all have a lovely rest of your day. Anyone live? I don't think there is. So, I will be back on Friday, probably with Persona. And I will catch you all then. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week. Bye, 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 bye.